Hey everyone, welcome back to Contest Prep University. I'm Joe Klemczewski with Adam Atkinson, and we are starting a new series called Flawed Peaking Concepts. And Adam, there are a lot of places in our recording so far you can go and get deeper reviews of these. But in just putting out a list of here are the things that you just should not do, I think is pretty helpful because as I get more clients who may not know my background or have not seen the last 20 or 30 years of this industry, it's sometimes a little bit ironic to me that I'm still answering those same questions, things that I thought we've kind of fixed, air quotes, in the industry, obviously still live large in a lot of people's minds. So let's dive right in. And we're going to talk about first expectations. So the entire peaking process, the contest diet, you get to that final week or so, however you categorize a peaking process. I've always, of course, called it peak week. But you think just you're going to wake up and something's going to have happened and you look amazing. Things are going to be so drastically improved through the course of that week that you're just dialing in the exact right protocol and formula that you've read or you've been given, and all this magic is going to happen. But what is reality, Adam? What can you really expect peak week to do for you?
Yeah. So, what you do before peak week matters the most, being ready ahead of time. So I've always described peak week to some of my clients like a long jump. All of the things you do in the long jump on the runway are what matter. And then, when you're in the air, there's not much you can do to finalize that long jump to make you, jump further. So, everything you do on that runway or the contest prep is really what matters. So being lean enough ahead of time, or else you just really have no business peaking, aside from eliminating stress and things of that nature. But it's especially now with a non-COVID season, or hopefully a non-canceled season, it makes a lot more sense to wait for another show to come around if you're just not ready.
Yeah, I was just talking to a top pro last night, and first time I've worked with her, and we're having this discussion, because she's already looking fantastic. We have weeks and weeks and weeks to go, and she just wanted to reiterate. Now, you want me to be contest ready a month early, right? Like couldn't be any leaner. This is exactly how I should look on stage a month early. And I said, that's a really good target. It doesn't have to be exactly a month. We may be kind of bending that curve a little bit even before then, because I see your trajectory is where it should be. But at some point in that 3 to maybe 6 week mark, we definitely have to consider that you're going to be there. Like you said, you're almost in the air at that point. Now, how do we fine tune that? Because when you get to peak week, it's a matter of being predictable and consistent. How can I make sure I'm as tight as I can be? How can I make sure I'm moving up toward a level of fullness that's going to, give me the best of both worlds without crossing that line into spillover? And there are a lot of things that predicate that process, including having an increasing food level. So you're not quite as carbohydrate sensitive. You're not going to, see a lot of risk of spillover every time you eat a meal. So what you can expect that week is to look as great as you possibly can and have leading up to that point. So we all have those points, right? Like the last couple of weeks of a contest, you look in the mirror in one particular workout, or you wake up one morning, you're like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. It's the best I've ever looked ever. That's what you should be able to expect, but it's not going to be something you haven't really seen. You're getting into that condition, getting all those variables moving in the same direction, and that's how you control it and predict it.
I've always said, I if I don't see it, I don't trust it. And, that's one thing I always explain to clients. I'm not going to try to pull this move and see something that we've never seen before out of you. So that's a really good way of explaining that.
Yeah, I mean, think of that. Anytime your coach says, well, I don't know, let's try this. And it's the day before the contest or something. You should, red lights should be going off in your brain. Wait a second. Let's try this. Like we're going to see if this works now, 24 hours
Yeah.
before the contest. Yeah. All of those decisions should be made. You should have been testing the waters. You should have been taking good notes, experimenting, applying some good interpretive skills as you see what might have made yourself look better on certain days. but that is the final key is knowing what to expect. And now for the rest of the series, we're going to talk about some different nuances and different concepts within the scope of peak week. So you guys stay tuned. We'll see you next time in Contest Prep University.